Today we will talk about integrated marketing communications. Integrated marketing communications, IMC, is a strategic approach that ensures all elements of a marketing campaign work together to deliver a consistent and impactful message. The purpose of IMC is to create value by effectively communicating the value proposition of a product or service to the target market. To create value, firms must develop products and services that meet consumers' needs. However, consumers are unlikely to buy new products or services unless they are aware of them. Therefore, marketers need to consider how to communicate the value of their offerings to the target market. In an IMC strategy, each element has a well-defined purpose and supports and extends the message delivered by other elements. It includes various communication disciplines such as advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, public relations, direct marketing, and online marketing, including social media. By integrating these channels, a firm can reach the target audience with a clear and consistent message. There are three key elements in any IMC strategy: the consumer, the channels through which the message is communicated, and the evaluation of communication results. The focus is on understanding how consumers receive communications and how the delivery of those communications affects the message's form and contents. The strategy also considers the selection and utilization of various communication channels in an overall IMC approach. The complexity of IMC strategies often requires marketers to develop new ways to measure the results of their campaigns. This ensures that the effectiveness of the communication efforts can be evaluated and improvements can be made for future campaigns. The ultimate goal of IMC is to ensure that all marketing mix elements work together harmoniously to deliver a consistent and compelling message to the target audience. By combining the strengths of each communication medium, IMC strives to achieve the most effective marketing communications campaign possible. Now let's discuss how Pepsi, for example, effectively communicate with consumers. In the communication process model, several key elements are involved in the transmission of messages from the firm to the consumer. Let's go through each of these elements using the example of Pepsi's marketing communications. 1. Sender. Pepsi, the brand creating the message, communicates through packaging and promotional programs, like the emoji campaign, to maintain its brand identity. 2. Transmitter. Pepsi's creative department or an outsourced agency develops marketing tools such as websites, apps, flyers, and commercials to promote the brand. 3. Encoding. The process where Pepsi's ideas are turned into messages, like emojis, which visually represent fun activities associated with the brand. 4. Receiver. The target audience, including teens and young adults, who interpret and understand the message as intended by Pepsi. 5. Noise. Disturbances that hinder the communication process, such as irrelevant advertising mediums that fail to reach the target market. 6. Feedback. The response from consumers through purchases or social media interactions that informs Pepsi about the message's reception and effectiveness. By understanding and addressing each element of the communication process, firms like Pepsi can develop effective marketing communication strategies that convey their intended messages to the target audience. In fact, the actual communication process is more complex than the simplified model presented earlier. Receivers may interpret the sender's message differently based on their individual perspectives, experiences, and knowledge about the product or service. Each receiver decodes a message in their own unique way, which may not align with the sender's intended meaning. This can lead to varied interpretations and understandings of the message. To account for this variability, senders often adjust their messages based on the medium used and the receiver's traits. Different communication media have their own characteristics and limitations, and they can influence how the message is perceived and understood. Marketers need to consider the medium that best suits their target audience and make appropriate adjustments in their messaging. Furthermore, marketers must recognize that they have limited control over the decoding process. While they can craft and deliver messages, the ultimate interpretation lies with the receivers. Each receiver brings their own biases, beliefs, and prior knowledge to the decoding process, which can result in diverse interpretations of the message. Marketers should be aware of this inherent variability and strive to create messages that are clear, consistent, and adaptable to different receiver perspectives. Consumers typically go through a series of steps before making a purchase or taking any desired action, and these steps may not always follow a linear path. The AIDA model, awareness, interest, desire, action, is a commonly used framework to understand the consumer's decision-making process. According to the AIDA model, the consumer progresses through several mental stages. It starts with building awareness of a product or service, followed by generating interest in it. As the consumer's interest grows, it transitions into a desire or strong inclination to own or experience the offering. Finally, the consumer takes action by making a purchase or engaging in the desired behavior. However, it's important to note that consumers may not always follow the AIDA sequence precisely. In some instances, consumers may feel or have an emotional response and take action before engaging in in-depth thinking or evaluation. This can happen in impulse purchases or situations where emotions play a significant role. Furthermore, consumers may not always progress through all stages of the AIDA model for every purchase decision. Some decisions may be made quickly with minimal involvement in the stages, while others may involve extensive research and evaluation. Additionally, it's essential to consider that consumers' responses are not solely cognitive, thinking, but also emotional, feeling, and behavioral, doing. Hence, the AIDA model is sometimes referred to as the think, feel, do model, recognizing the multifaceted nature of consumer responses. To craft successful integrated marketing communications programs, marketers must grasp how marketing messages impact consumer behavior across the AIDA model's stages. By customizing messages and channels to match consumer needs and motivations at each phase, marketers can effectively shepherd consumers through the decision-making process and prompt them to act as desired. We will discuss all the stages of the model further in the next slides. Brand awareness is crucial for capturing consumer attention and linking the brand name with specific products or services in consumers' minds. Metrics such as aided recall and top-of-mind awareness are used to measure brand awareness. Aided recall indicates consumers' familiarity with the brand when its name is presented to them, while top-of-mind awareness occurs when consumers mention a brand first when asked about a product or service, indicating the highest level of awareness. To enhance top-of-mind awareness, brands employ strategies like having memorable names, repeated exposure through advertising and sponsorships, and using distinctive symbols. For instance, Disney utilizes recognizable symbols like Mickey Mouse ears to evoke instant brand recognition. Additionally, brands engage in comprehensive marketing efforts across various channels, such as Disney Channel shows, music releases, concert tours, and merchandise tie-ins, to reinforce their brand message and reach diverse segments of their target audience. This omnichannel approach enables brands like Disney to penetrate multiple markets and strengthen top-of-mind awareness for both their brand and associated products or services. Once consumers are aware of a product or company, marketing efforts should shift towards piquing their interest and convincing them of the product's value. Simply informing them of its existence isn't enough. They need to feel compelled to explore it further. One effective strategy is to introduce elements of controversy or novelty. For example, Honey Maid's diverse family structure campaign sparked interest and engagement by addressing societal issues and promoting inclusivity. Similarly, Volkswagen revamped its marketing post-emissions scandal by highlighting innovative features in their vehicles, appealing to younger car buyers. Moreover, leveraging existing platforms or media can also generate interest. Disney, for instance, mentions upcoming tours or records in their Stars TV shows, reaching their target audience and stimulating interest effectively. In essence, marketers should move beyond mere awareness to persuading consumers of a product's worth. This can be achieved by incorporating controversial or novel elements, showcasing unique features, and using relevant platforms to capture consumer interest. By successfully increasing interest, marketers can encourage further exploration and consideration of the product or service. Once the firm has successfully sparked the interest of its target market, the subsequent integrated marketing communications messages should aim to transition the consumer from a state of "I like it" to "I want it." This shift involves further convincing consumers of the value and desirability of the product or service, ultimately motivating them to take action and make a purchase. The messaging should focus on highlighting the unique selling points, benefits, and advantages of the product or service, thereby reinforcing the consumer's desire to acquire it. The final step is motivating customers to make a purchase, involves directing them to platforms like websites, providing contact numbers for inquiries, and following up with enticing offers. The aim of utilizing various communication methods is to capture the customer's attention and interest, ultimately leading to a desire to purchase. By highlighting the product's advantages and benefits that align with the customer's needs and preferences, companies can satisfy their desires effectively. Moreover, attracting the customer's attention and interest is crucial because it prompts them to conduct further research about the product. This research allows customers to evaluate the product's qualities and determine if it meets their requirements, thereby influencing their purchase decision. Overall, effective communication strategies play a vital role in engaging customers, generating interest, and ultimately driving sales. Okay. Sometimes consumers don't act immediately after receiving a marketing communication. This concept is called the lagged effect. It refers to the delay between when a consumer receives a marketing message and when they actually respond to it. This delay can occur for various reasons, such as the time it takes for the consumer to fully understand or process the message, or other factors influencing their decision-making process. Because of this delay, measuring the immediate impact of a marketing campaign can be challenging. Consumers might not respond right away, and the effects of the campaign may not be immediately apparent. This makes it difficult for marketers to accurately assess the success of their campaigns based solely on immediate feedback. To overcome this challenge, marketers often employ strategies such as repeated messaging in different formats or channels. By continuously engaging with consumers over time, marketers increase the likelihood of reaching them when they are ready to respond. This approach helps to reinforce the marketing message and increase its effectiveness in attracting the interest of consumers over time. Essentially, it's about being persistent and consistent in communication to ensure that the message gets through to the target audience, even if there's a delay in their response. For any communications campaign to succeed, the firm must deliver the right message to the right audience through the right media, with the ultimate goal of profiting from long-term customer relationships rather than just short-term transactions. No single channel is necessarily better than another. The goal of IMC is to use channels in combination so that the sum exceeds the total of the individual channels. We will discuss these channels in some detail in the following slides. Our first channel is advertising. Advertising is a fundamental tool in the realm of marketing, serving as a means of communication between the creators or sellers of a product or service and its users or potential consumers. These messages, known as advertisements, are funded by the advertisers themselves and are strategically crafted to inform, persuade, or influence the individuals who encounter them. One notable aspect of advertising is its omnipresence, often existing in our daily lives even when we may not consciously recognize it. It utilizes a wide array of media channels to disseminate its messages effectively. This includes traditional platforms such as television, newspapers, magazines, and radio, as well as modern digital channels like the internet and social media. Additionally, advertising extends its reach through direct selling, outdoor advertising, such as hoardings and billboards, mailers, sponsored events, product placements, and even through endorsements by celebrities or influential figures. The diverse range of mediums used by advertising allows it to leverage various sensory stimuli, including visuals, sounds, colors, and even human presence, to capture the attention of its target audience. By utilizing these channels and techniques, advertising endeavors to create a lasting impression on consumers, influencing their perceptions, preferences, and behaviors towards a particular product or service. Sales promotion refers to the activities and techniques used to encourage potential customers to purchase a product or service. It involves creating incentives and offers to stimulate immediate sales. The primary objective of sales promotion is to generate short-term sales and increase the overall demand for a product. However, it is important to note that sales promotion is typically not effective in building long-term customer loyalty. While it can attract customers in the short term, it may not necessarily create a lasting connection between the customer and the brand. Other marketing strategies, such as advertising, branding, and customer relationship management, are more suitable for fostering long-term loyalty. Public relations, PR, serves as the organizational function responsible for managing a company's communications with the aim of achieving diverse objectives. These objectives include establishing and nurturing a positive public image, addressing or preempting negative stories or incidents, and fostering positive relationships with the media. Similar to advertising, PR is often characterized as relatively passive, as recipients of PR messages typically do not need to take any specific action to receive them. Instead, PR activities operate in the background, shaping public perception through various channels without requiring direct engagement from the audience. One significant aspect of PI is its ability to complement and support other promotional efforts undertaken by the firm. By generating free media attention through strategic messaging and relationship building with journalists and media outlets, PR efforts can enhance the visibility and credibility of a company's marketing initiatives. Personal selling involves a dynamic exchange of information between a buyer and a seller, aimed at influencing the buyer's decision to make a purchase. This communication process can occur through various mediums, including face-to-face interactions, video teleconferencing, telephone conversations, or online communication platforms. While it's true that consumers may not frequently engage with professional salespeople, personal selling remains a pivotal channel in many IMC strategies, particularly within P2B contexts. Although the cost associated with direct communication with potential customers through personal selling is typically higher compared to other promotional methods, it's often regarded as the most effective approach for certain products and services. This is because salespeople play a crucial role in simplifying the buying process for customers by providing valuable information and services that save them time and effort. In many instances, sales representatives go beyond mere transactions and add significant value to the buying experience. This added value justifies the investment in employing sales professionals, as their expertise and personalized approach can enhance customer satisfaction and loyalty, ultimately benefiting the company's bottom line. Direct marketing encompasses a broad spectrum of both traditional and contemporary communication methods. Traditional avenues like mail and catalogs sent through postal services are still relevant, while newer platforms such as email and mobile marketing have gained prominence. The advent of internet-based technologies has significantly impacted direct marketing initiatives, enabling personalized communication and transactions through email and mobile devices. Moreover, the increased utilization of customer databases has revolutionized direct marketing practices. Marketers now have the capability to track consumer behavior across various purchasing scenarios, facilitating targeted and effective marketing campaigns. The accumulation of consumer data, often gathered through credit and debit card transactions or online shopping, enables firms to tailor their direct marketing efforts to suit individual preferences and purchasing patterns. This enhanced understanding of customer behavior allows for more precise targeting and messaging in direct marketing endeavors. Direct marketing retailers strategically target their customer base to ensure greater receptivity to their promotional messages. For instance, companies like Omaha Steaks utilize personalized strategies, such as sending email coupons for previously purchased items or mailing enticing visuals of gourmet products to past customers. This tailored approach demonstrates the versatility of direct marketing across both digital and traditional platforms, emphasizing its adaptability within the broader framework of IMC. Also, don't forget the growing significance of mobile marketing, which utilizes smartphones to reach consumers, cannot be overstated. Smartphones' multifunctionality enables access to services and purchases, making integration with mobile apps crucial. Firms prioritize enhancing the mobile interface to align with evolving consumer attitudes, with the aim of enhancing customer experience and achieving marketing success. Organizations can use also online marketing through various channels, such as websites, blogs, and social media. Websites are increasingly utilized by firms to communicate with customers, build brand image, and offer product information. Some, like Office Depot, provide additional resources like business advice and networking opportunities, further enhancing their value proposition for customers. Community building websites, allowing users with shared interests to connect, share information, and seek advice, foster a sense of community. Social and mobile marketing, exemplified by platforms like BuzzFeed, leverage interactive media to engage users through interesting content. Many firms encourage customer reviews on their websites, recognizing their impact on customer loyalty. Blogs or weblogs provide a platform for periodic posts on various topics. Well-received blogs can communicate trends, create positive word of mouth, and foster community among customers. Transparency and honesty are key to building trust and loyalty with readers. Blogs are increasingly interactive and can be linked to other social media platforms like Twitter. Social media platforms leverage online and mobile technologies to facilitate interpersonal interactions. Platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter allow users to review, discuss, and share information about products and services. Users can interact with each other and provide feedback to marketers, influencing the consumer decision process from need recognition to post-purchase reviews. Planning for and measuring IMC success. In this part, marketers initiate their integrated marketing communications campaign by establishing strategic goals. These goals serve as a roadmap for the campaign's direction and success measurement. They can vary from short-term objectives like generating inquiries and increasing awareness to long-term aims such as boosting sales, market share, and fostering customer loyalty. These goals need to be clearly defined and quantifiable to effectively guide the campaign's execution. Moreover, these goals are integral components of the overall promotional plan, which typically falls within the broader marketing plan of the firm. Alongside defining goals, marketers also allocate budgets for the campaign. This budgeting process is crucial as it determines the resources available for implementing various promotional strategies and tactics. Additionally, marketers select appropriate marketing metrics to assess the campaign's performance against the established strategic objectives. These metrics provide insights into the effectiveness of the campaign and enable adjustments to optimize outcomes. Considering the complexities of setting a promotional budget, it is crucial to avoid relying solely on one method. Each method of budget allocation has its own advantages and disadvantages. One commonly used method is the objective and task method, which involves determining the budget required to accomplish specific communication objectives. This method starts with establishing communication objectives, selecting the appropriate media channels to reach the target market, and calculating the costs associated with running the necessary communications. This process is repeated for each product or service, and the individual budgets are summed to create the firm's total marketing communications budget. In addition to the objective and task method, rule of thumb methods can also be utilized to set budgets. These methods rely on previous sales and communication activities to determine the current communication budget. While these methods are relatively simple to implement, they have limitations that should be considered. Budgeting for IMC is not a straightforward process and often involves multiple rounds of negotiations among various managers. Each manager competes for resources for their respective areas of responsibility, resulting in the development of a final IMC budget that balances the needs and objectives of the organization. Okay. Once a firm has set its budget for marketing communications and implemented its campaigns, it faces the task of measuring the success of these campaigns using various marketing metrics. Each step in the IMC process can be evaluated to determine its effectiveness in motivating consumers through the buying process. This becomes particularly challenging when creative and new forms of communication are involved, as they may require innovative measurement approaches. The lagged effect, which influences consumers' response time to promotions, complicates marketers' evaluations of effectiveness and budget allocation. Due to the cumulative effect of marketing communications, it may take several exposures before consumers make a purchase. Therefore, firms must invest in marketing campaigns with the understanding that results may not be immediate. When measuring IMC success, firms should assess consumers' exposure to marketing communications in terms of frequency and reach. Frequency measures how often the audience is exposed to a communication within a specified period, while reach describes the percentage of the target population exposed to a specific marketing communication at least once. Media objectives are often stated in terms of gross rating points, GRP, which represent the multiplication of reach and frequency. For web-based media, assessing effectiveness typically requires web tracking software, which measures various performance metrics such as time spent on web pages, page views, banner ad clicks, and referral sources. Software like Google Analytics facilitates the measurement and assessment of these metrics. Social media platforms like Facebook also provide insights into visitor behavior on company fan pages, allowing marketers to customize content accordingly.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to channel.